What's good, y'all? Episode 13. Cue the applause. All right. How do I start? I haven't been on for a bit because health stuff. It's summer in the UK and it's hot as balls. I want to open the episode with I learned recently what no good deed goes unpunished really means. There's a homeless person near the store near me. There was one guy and he just wanted to talk to somebody. So I stood there for a solid 10 minutes listening to this guy tell me his life story. Okay, cool. I helped out a bit by trying to buy him a sandwich. And then I saw the guy again, bought him a sandwich. He basically switched out. There's a new guy and just more homeless people popping up everywhere. I feel like I caused it. And everybody's feeding them. So that's crazy. Let's talk about track 13 people. If you don't know what that means, clearly you wouldn't. On every time, point the wrong way. Hey, up there. Hey, still doing it. On Dre's album, 2001, there's a track which is this. And I say that because I live near absolute douchewads. It's close knit. There's a bunch of people around. So first one being, there's a guy at nighttime absolutely yelling his tits off. And I went down there. This was a while ago. This was like months ago. And I went, dude, just shut the fuck up. It's late as shit. You can't be yelling. There's a ton of people around here. And the dude's answer was, hey, it's not even midnight yet. What? So my brain will go, so you think it's okay that you can yell till midnight like an asshole? So no. Track 13 person. The second, do you know who the greatest detective in the world is? Fictional? Batman. Batman is the greatest detective. That's what he's known for. One of my neighbors came through to my crib and went, did you throw your trash in my garbage bin? And I said, no. And he goes, oh, I couldn't help but notice it was like a yellow kind of tie at the top, like a zip tie pole thing, like a drawstring. And I said, look, if it's maybe like American stuff in there, that might be me, because I eat a lot of American food. But if you're not the world's greatest detective like Batman, how can you just guess that it's me? But that's not what makes him a track 13. What makes him a track 13 is smelling like the undead. This dude, literally, I didn't say nothing. And then after the dude left, I caught it in my mouth, at the back of my throat. And I was like, oh, you dirty ass track 13. You now this goes back to the homeless people thing, right? The homeless guy, I was talking to him, that's fine, right? One time I caught the scent of the guy and it was ungodly. Yo, smelling like warm garbage, smelling like the bacteria eating the fat on your skin is wild, dude. It's so gross. And you can't blame the homeless guy, right? But the dude who lives nearby with the shower or a tub, hey, wash yourself. So gross. You track 13 ass. So nasty. And then the next track 13 is this goes into closed book people, right? So when I was at my baby mama's house years ago, this is why I stopped going to see my daughter at that house. Because the guy, right. I made a joke at my baby mama's house. My baby mama, her dad, her mom, maybe one of her brothers or something. And I made a joke and her dad lost it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not coming here again. I can't be somewhere where I feel intimidated. And also I learned years later, intimidation's fully illegal. You can't be intimidating people. Veiled or not, you can't do none of that. What I'm saying is closed book people, because it was so closed book. The whole point, looking at it in retrospect, thinking about it today and recently, it was building up, right? So if you had a fucking problem, you should have said the problem straight up, not built it up. That's what bitches do, right? Both my baby mamas are closed book people. I get it. There's an age thing of we're not on the same plane of existence, and but bitches do that shit where they build shit up And then like, oh well, you didn't do this. Oh, okay, I'll bury it. And then like, yo, oh, you thought you should have did this, but you didn't. And like, I'll bury it. And then it all comes out one time, an explosive, pissy rant or whatever, right? So the next track 13 leads to that. There's a closed book dude who lives next door, and I go out, I smoke cigarettes because I started smoking again to lose weight and like a bunch of stuff. I go out, I play music as well. I got a Beats pill. It's not big, but the whole point being like, yo, the dude will be a bitch about it and be a closed book about it and slam the window shut. And it, dude, it's so fucking annoying. Like if you go, oh, I've got a kid, can you turn it down? Sure, yeah. Oh, I don't like the smell of smoke. Sure. If you just close book it with your squeaky fucking window that you just need a WD-40, right? And the other point being like, yo, this motherfucker does this shit purposely when I'm out there. Purposely. Like, because I went in one time and the dude thought, oh yeah, he's gone. So he opens the window again, and then I go back out to smoke another cigarette. And it like I'm trying to get over that right now, but it's super annoying. Like, because one time some people told me, I was talking to some people in a McDonald's, and they was like, "Yo, can you not swear? We're Christian." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but like, yo, if you're just gonna be a bitch about it and not say shit, because I don't know why. And right, this leads back to like my old apartment. Right, I got kicked out of my old apartment because once again playing music, everyone in the house was cool with it. Right, it was like a shit. It was like a house that had been changed into like apartments, little flats. Right, and everyone was fine. Nobody said shit. And then this new bitch comes in downstairs and goes, "Ah, it's too loud. Can you turn it down?" Okay, I don't know to where. I invited her up and I went, "Can you tell me where it's okay for you? Because like, I don't know what you can hear." I was super accommodating about it, and I was like, "Yeah, just tell me where because I don't know. You know, closed book. Mine like, and I just got kicked out for that. So don't be a track 13. It just people need to just get their shit right, Lord. Yeah, track 13 thing's been on my mind. Closed book, smoking, not sleeping, not staying awake. Like, I don't even get like life. Like, how do you have insomnia and freaking trouble staying awake too? All right, I sent this to my homie the other day. Right, I knew there was restrictions on porn months and months ago, or even maybe last year or something. They introduced like IDs for porn. But I texted my homie this. I was like, yo, they put ID requirements on porn today. This is in the UK. First, a ban on fun cereal. There's no sugary cereal anywhere. It's all brown boxes of garbage. Nothing fun. No fun cereal. No sugar in sodas. You can't even blast one into a Kleenex and they'd be like, we don't store your info. Yeah, right. That shit's invasive as fuck. Fucking garbage. Throw the phone out emojis. Seriously though, how weird and intrusive is that? Some strangers on the internet where you live and shit, fully identifying yourself with your pants down, dick in your hand, in the mood, trying to relieve some tension, whichever. Total mood killer. And clearly I'm on an actual porn site, not some weird corner of the internet looking at more than questionable / illegal shit. Every second, this country is turning more and more prisony. Also, my traffic is clearly identifiable enough and already sold, unbeknownst to me. Surely this is a rights violation. Getting carded in your own house is fucking wild. Yeah, I dare you to knock anything I just said then. I dare you. Like, yo, type a comment. I've forgotten the point now. My mind's blanking. It's not for the kids, right? I learned about sex stuff through porn. I think 99.9% of people learn about sex stuff through porn. But how invasive it is, really, really think about that. You're in your house, like I said, like, yo, you could be covered in peanut butter and then put a gimp suit on. You got a lush in your ass, you're ready to go. You got your fucking lanolin or your jack off oil or your fleshlight loaded up. Like you lit some candles, whatever the fuck you do. Lord. And then you get carded by a stranger in your own house. What?
What?
To say this is for the kids is horseshit. Like, because you're getting you like you can't expect people to dox themselves like to strangers in their own home. This is just this is the same as the sugar thing of like, yo, shouldn't we vote on this? Nobody gives a shit about voting for politicians for like political shit. Oh, what do you think we should do about this? Da da da. No one cares. If you put a vote out for like, should we take sugar out of all sodas and put some horrific sweetener in that your body can't handle? We should vote on that. Should we vote on cannabis? Yeah. We should legalize cannabis. Should we vote on just outright banning porn so people can't jack off? I literally said to my homie, I was like, dude, VPN sales finna go through the roof today. That's just it's insane to think about, dude. And this is, yeah, if I didn't say the date, this is like summer 2025 in the UK. I was alive once, I was here. This is the proof. Oh man. Yo, this popped up when I was like on YouTube. I watched this video. This shit was fucking crazy, dude. This was like a horror movie, like or a thriller movie. Right now, I just thought it's like The Dark Knight, right? You know where he's on the phone, he's got Rachel here and he's got Harvey Dent here, the Joker. They're tied up in two different places, and he goes choose. Or the Green Goblin, he's got Mary Jane and a sky car full of kids, and he's finna drop one off the bridge, right? This guy goes choose what he's on the phone with the operator, and he goes choose where you want me to stab him, and he's talking about his own dad or something like that. And the guy, like when they finally get to him, the guy's out of he's like beyond crazy. Like honestly, I wouldn't have any qualms. Just throw him in one of those metal grinders. I don't care. It's fine. Nobody's gonna miss this guy. He's beyond nuts. But to go, yo, and right, this is what's crazy as well, right? The operator handled it so well because he went, oh, if you don't, he goes, if you don't choose, I'll assume you said left. Like it was like I was watching this, I was like, this is so tense. This is insane. Where should he stab him? And the woman's going, he goes, oh yeah, like I'll assume you said left if you don't say anything. And she goes, I'm not going to answer that, which was so. She was on a tightrope from the beginning of this phone call, and the fact that she didn't cave and go, oh, this one or that, and even when he propositioned that she didn't cave, but before when he wasn't even specific and vague about it, and he goes left or right, she goes, I'm not going to answer that, was top tier person at her job. Like give her a fucking medal and a candy bar. She crushed that. That shit was fucking scary, dude. Like a movie villain. I'm wait. Yeah, this is so mid thought stupid. I looked at this in my list of stuff to put on the podcast, or the show. I have no fucking idea what this damn video was. Dude, and I just saw the comment saying, I was just saying to my wife the other day, you know what we could really use about now? A demonstration of the unique properties of the isochronous curve. And what do you know? Here it is. Saved our marriage. No idea that was in my my folder of stuff to put on the show. But hey, it was funny then, so I guess it's funny now. Yo, this popped up on my on my YouTube. Some of this, how is this even online? It was some of them are garbage, right? And some of them are absolutely horrifying. There's one point, like this was really like I tried to show this to a family member, and they were like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to see that shit." This was fucking insane, dude. Like it was literally like a BOMB went off in the car. Like the car peeled like a Looney Tunes thing on one of them, and all you hear is, "Oh, the dude died," or "They got the dude," and then like, "Oh, and the chick too." I was like, "Oh shit!" It's dude, some of those, and there's one where the guy's running away. It's like, "No, you're gonna stay here. You just fucking killed somebody." That was crazy. That like I don't know if you're into that kind of shit or like if you're not. Just but it's dude, there's some heavy stuff out there, man. Oh my god, fatal crashes, crazy. Okay, foods with country names drives me insane. Um, I was thinking about how many foods. I was thinking of how many foods in the US anyway are named after countries. You see French bread, Italian bread, but never Swiss bread. There's Swiss cheese and Italian sausage, but not English cheese or Spanish sausage. French, Italian, Russian, and Greek dressing, but no Brazilian dressing. German potato salad, English muffins, Canadian bacon, Belgian waffles. It just seems so random and often pretty unrelated to the country's actual authentic cuisine. Hawaiian pizza isn't Hawaiian, Chinese food isn't Chinese. Any other examples, any rhyme or reason to which countries get to have foods named after them or why? And then the top tier absolute legend comment goes to turkey sandwich. Dude, that shit was freaking genius. Turkey sandwich. It's so weird, right? If you Google that, Russian dressing is a piquant American salad dressing consisting of mayonnaise, ketchup, and other ingredients. Hey, Lord knows what piquant means. But yeah, I was watching like a food thing, and it turns out, yeah, it was like a food blogger, and she goes, it was Carissa Eats, that's it. And she goes, "Oh, you had this thing with Bavarian cream at Disney or Universal somewhere. I had this like dessert with Bavarian cream." And I was like, what the fuck is that? It's basically trying to get Americans to sound, when you hear the sound of something it's like when people say aioli. Aioli fucking annoys me. It's fucking sauce. It's all sauce. But oh yeah, I'm gonna get the Bolivian chicken with the Afghani root vegetables. Hey, it's not a thing. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. That was crazy lately. I stopped watching these. Enes Yilmaz, and Expensive Cribs. I mean, those are just dude, if you know that channel, there's billions of people who talk about this. And there's high price ones. There's things that are like $170 million. There was one that was like right on the beach on Enes Yilmaz's channel. It was right on the beach on the boardwalk, almost like you could hop like a 2-foot, 3-foot fence and be on the beach where all the insane public is, all the crazies. My question is, who the fuck are these cribs for? Really? Like, who are they for? Are we just building houses for Kardashians now? And then they're just like, nah. They just like, they just like, who is that for? Think about it, right? If you buy like a $50 million, $100 million crib, mansion, apartment, even, that's what's even crazier in New York, some of these shits. Like, that means you must have like $1 billion plus. Cause like you spend 50 million on the crib, and then you got to spend like, some of the taxes I even looked up are like in New York is probably like, I forgot what it was. You have to like research like property taxes in New York, but it's like, it's millions a year in taxes alone, just being there. You got to pay for like staff to clean the shit, right? Which is like $1 million a year again, or a few million. You got to pay, obviously, you got to pay for your lighting bill, your cell phones, your car storage if it's in New York or whatever. Lord. But who the fuck are these cribs for? Like, how do you have that much money? Like, I don't get it. Just, and then like the craziest shit I was saying to my aunt the other day, I was like, yeah, imagine you buy this crib. It's like 150 million in New York. Y'all know the one. Think about how much time you spend just going up and down in the fucking elevator. And think about it as well, even crazier. It's a regular elevator. It's not like a special one that goes like 20% faster, 40% faster. So like think about this. How much time have you watched commercials over your whole life? You know, there's crazy stats in the world of like, yo, you'll cut your toenails or your fingernails over your lifetime, and there'll be like 7 tons of fingernails. Like, ew, gross. But think about it. Like, you buy 100 million on a crib. How much time are you spending in the elevator? And then craziest shit my aunt thought was funny. It was like, oh, what if you forget some shit? So you go up, you go up like 80 fucking floors in the elevator, and then you're like, oh fuck, I forgot the sugar. And you got to go back down for 5 minutes in the fucking elevator, go to the place, get the thing, and then go fucking 5 minutes in the. Bro, you're finna spend like about 6 months in the fucking elevator and that shit, and it costs you 100 million. There is no way. I don't know who these cribs are for, man. Okay, right. I'm gonna end this on some crazy shit. I'll put these in the worst order, I think. Because one thing I'm good at in life is giving other people shine.
What did he say?
So I found this channel called Bizarre Bub, and it's like paranormal stuff, and 90% of it is absolute bullshit. But the next 4 clips I'm going to show you are the worst.
Jamie and her daughter Charlie are filming themselves inside their home after going out for dinner. They vlog about their day and eventually start talking about people in their family. However, when Charlie brings up Jamie's deceased grandmother in the conversation, things take a chilling turn. Watch.
But where's your grandma?
Where is my grandma?
Heaven.
Do you remember my grandma? Where is my grandma? Where is she?
Up in heaven. What did she do to make her go up in heaven? Did she do a smoker?
No, she didn't do a smoker.
What?
She was just very old. She was almost 93, and her body just got very tired. She was too old.
Was she, did your grandma almost couldn't walk?
She was old. She could walk, but she was old. Okay?
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, "Hi, Jamila."
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, "Hi, Jamila."
Now Jamie adds that her grandmother had called her Jamila growing up, and that there's no way that her daughter could have known this, as she was never told about her nickname.
I hate that. Dude, just the look on the lady's face. If that was real, like, yo, that would be the type of thing that would freak people out. Like, if you had a relative that had like a pet name for you, that's weird. I don't know. Let me know what you think of that. This one is good for me because I always say, I said in other episodes, in a movie, if you present me with logic and then you totally don't explain your logic, or you go against, like, you know, you take me out of it and it's stupid. But this is weird, man.
Donna is in her kitchen when out of nowhere, she notices one of her mugs moving on its own. She immediately begins to record and captures this.
As you can see, just so you lot don't think I'm quizzing, I'm not going too close because I get launched at, but there's nothing under there. That's just a bracket from an old drawer that used to be there. There's nothing in the cupboard, it's just cutlery and stuff. Nothing under there apart from pots and pans. There's no magnets, that's just a switch. There's nothing there at all. Nothing out the ordinary, but yeah, keeps moving. Can you move it again, please? If you're here, move it. Yeah. Just show you as well. There's nothing underneath, there's nothing. It's just an old metal cup. Metal. Weird. Oh my gosh. The surface isn't wet or anything, it's all dry. So there's no reason for it to be moving.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfect logic. She went, yeah, there's no magnets. It's not wet. I think picking it up is enough to go, there's not like a fishing wire on it. And I mean, again, to fishing wire it, you got to, like, from where the cup was and the handle was, you would have to rig the thing there and then pull it so it turns that way. The cup thing is just super duper weird. This one I thought was kind of funny, but it's super messed up too.
Y esta tacita como fucsia. Huevo. ¿Sí?
That's the craziest part with that one, is like the fact that she senses it kind of moves, but she's like, there's no way. And then the fact that what's funny is it's like it's doing bunny ears, because it goes, and it sees, and it goes, dude. Yeah, again, to rig that up, you've got to rig the You gotta rig a fishing wire above, but then you gotta rig something to pull it down. Other stuff I kind of think like to debunk it would be like maybe there's bugs in the thing. Like that would literally be the only two logical things I could think of. Okay, maybe three. Okay, four, right? There's fishing wire. There's a weird bug in it, or there's a bunch of bugs or something, and they're turning it because they notice the articulation. Okay. Three, you remote control rig it like a movie thing, so it's like a full-on robot with the skin of the thing on it. Then it's doing that. Okay. I don't think that's the case. And then the final fourth, obviously scariest one is it's fucking possessed. Oh man, I hate this so much. This one freaks me out so much. And again, if you were going to rig this, it would be all these things I think you could, but I think it would take some pretty, not super advanced, but it would take a lot of shit to do it. And the next one really doesn't play like it's fake. Okay. And again, these are, I think, the four weirdest ones that I've seen so far. And I've watched like 100+ of these.
Mami, mira, ya aprendí a nadar, voltea. Sí. Ay, Jasmine, ya aprendí a nadar, enana. Ay, Michi, se me olvidó. Michi, voltea. Voltea. Ay, voltea. Michi, voltea.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I mean, he covered the thing going, is it small vibrations? Dude, the fact I can't see it as being fake. You can fake that. But the fact that she's so joyous that the camera turns on, she's like, Mom. And then she even says to the cat, she's like, Jasmine, it turned on. And then Michelle. And then, oh, dude, I hate, dude, it's absolutely horrific. Like, I mean, first off, why have you got a doll of a severed head? Whose idea was it to sever a head of a doll so kids can brush their hair? I don't have dolls in my house. I don't. I had a Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees figurine, and after seeing a bunch of these years ago, I threw that shit out. I'm like, I don't want fucking dolls in my house. They are fucking possessed or can be possessed. Think what you want. I don't give a shit. That, because like, think about it. Just go with me that, imagine that you can possess things from the other side, right? You're not going to possess a fucking shoe, or a can of soda. It's fucking useless. You're going to want the motility again. You're going to go to something that's familiar. And what's the most familiar to a human in the human world that's not human? Like a frickin' doll. Like Chucky's based on Robert the doll. Annabelle, like, dude, but oh my gosh, dude, no dolls ever. No anything human representation that's not human. I don't want it. That I hate that so much. You could rig it with strings. You could put a little turntable magnet thing underneath and press a button and it turns. But it's too much work, man. The decapitated head of a doll turning is just beyond me. I can't, man. That's the show. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. I don't care. Comment, talk it up. Let me know what you think of these weird ass clips. I am out because it is hot as Satan's taint in here and I hate it. So I'm out. Stay safe. Peace.